18 is a magic number to a lot of high schoolers. Well, recently, 2 Princeton High Little Tiger teams were involved in games where the winners scored 18. I'm Mark Fontes with sports. PHS girls lacrosse continues to dictate their dominance in the CVC. On Monday, though, unforeseen circumstances prompted a venue change for their second meeting this season with the Hopewell Valley Lady Bulldogs. The Little Tigers had to return to the Dog Pound, where it took overtime to win on March 31st. The Lady Bulldogs, though, wanted not only revenge, but also to hand PHS their first loss.
Not a Bulldog, yet all breeds welcome here in the Dog Pound of Hopewell Valley. Girls lacrosse Monday playing host to Princeton High in a rematch of last year's MCT semifinal. Kelly Williams connects with Maggie Kent. Kent cutting inside Katie Riley, shoots, and she scores it on the bounce. Kent led the Lady Bulldogs with 7 goals. Yet PHS sophomore Amelia Lopez-Ona, likely headed to a Division I program someday, recorded 10 goals, including that one. 10-6 the score at halftime in favor of PHS. Annie Farina with it for Hopewell passes it in double coverage. Kent takes it, but she gets rid of it. Alana Kersey more open, charges on through and creases the net. Kersey a pair of goals on the day. Hoval still trailing, but Kent frequently able to find her way around the Tiger defense, pulls her team to within 3 right there, and gets congrats all around. 7 minutes we were into the second half at this point. Later, penalty shot for Princeton. That's Riley. She pokes it in for her 1 goal. The undefeated Little Tigers smelling another victory. Shortly after that, Chiara Favalero on the receiving end of this pass. She notches a score. Now, one thing that did favor the Bulldogs was shot balance. 7 different Hoval ladies scored in this game, including Natalia Olchalski here. Defensively, PHS goalie Mira Shane had a busy day. She made 10 saves but allowed 16 goals. On offense, the ladies in blue could not be stopped. Late in the game, though, number 19 of Hoval, Ella Jankowski, got her way right there with a trip. The Lady Bulldogs, though, who have gone toe-to-toe with Princeton both times this year, come up short again.
Now for a WZBN Sports flashback. The Robbinsville Ravens Friday may have used up more than a full game's worth of runs. Scoring well over a dozen against PHS that day, they scored only 1 on Monday against West Windsor North. Despite Arville's shaky start, they proved Friday that they may still be able to salvage their season.
Robbinsville's offense got it done on Friday. Top of the third that day, the Little Tigers would push a run across here, but thanks to a delightful first and second inning by the Ravens, they were still well out in front, as you see there. Same inning, still trying to chip away at that lead, PHS was. Will Greenberg hits it into the infield. The throw to try and get him off the mark, so Alex Mitko will come in. PHS still well behind, but still fighting. Top 5, Nico Mercuro up at the plate. Belts this down the third base side. It's off the glove of Anthony DiChiara and into left field. Mitko from second base gets to cross the plate again. Now, this was the closest the Tigers would get since the first inning, down by 4. Enter the Raven batters in the bottom of the 5th. Chris Wygand hits it the other way to left for a base hit. Sean Becker scores. Right behind him, M.A. Chiaramella. 12-6 now the score. In the top of the 6th inning, the Tigers would get those 2 runs back, but in the bottom of the frame, Arville broke it wide open. Wygand up again, belts this fly ball to left. It'll drop in there, and it's more than enough to bring Tyler Margada home. Wygand now in scoring position at second base with a stand-up double. Matt Samel was up next. He hits this blooper to center, giving chase Mitko. Can't get to it. It'll head back to the fence. Wygand scores. Samel down to third on the error. Next, it was Ryan Feebles. Nothing feeble about this ball hit to left. Playable, but again, PHS just not on point. Samel scored, making it 16-8 Ravens in the 6th. And remember the 10-run rule. Bases now loaded for Anthony DiChiara. He hits a little nubber on the ground that reaches the grass. Michael Fisher scores. Ryan Feebles being waved around third. He'll come in and end the day early for both teams. The Ravens win Friday 18-8 over Princeton High, yet they both lost Monday. Robbinsville another close one, so PHS and Arville's woes both continuing. These highlights, by the way, brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, members working to ensure your child's future success.
And finally, Team of the Day is brought to you by Prior NAMI Business Systems. With fast, dependable on-site service, we change the way small business does business. The West Windsor Plainsboro Northern Knights pulled off that surprise win over Robbinsville Monday on the diamond, 2-1. Casey Litvack's single in the bottom of the 6th drove in the go-ahead run when Mike Mazzeo came home. The Knight D was able to hold off the Ravens in the top of the 7th, and pitcher Mike Duplack threw a 2-hitter in 7 complete innings of work. The win for North was only their 2nd on the year. Well, that's sports on this Tuesday. Up next, science fairs sometimes offer prizes, and of course the projects are always graded. But Jackie Rapport, a high school sophomore, is hosting her own science fair for grades 5 through 8, and she says those who enter have lots at stake. We'll be right back with Mercer County Close-Up.